And welcome back, YouTube, for Rusty 40 versus KGK in the winners bracket during the elimination phase of the Season 3 European Tournament. This is their first game being played, and it's going to be a good game. Rusty 40 is on the attack tonight with KGK on the defense. We had a little bit of a server issue. Hopefully everything's fixed now. As always, at the beginning of the match, we just make sure everyone's on the right team. And honestly, it looks like everyone's on the right team at the beginning. These teams are very organized. They're very old school teams. They know how to prepare themselves. And, well, the game is live with Storm, the 3rd RGT, the 91st PCD, and the 7 ID. These boys make up KGK, and then Rip and 40-1 make up Rusty 40. 9 seconds left of the starting phase. You can already see KGK are setting up a perimeter around the first cap. You can see them spreading out. One squad heading into the hills south with squad 3, 6, 4, and 7 looking to go into the forest to the north to set up a perimeter there. Coming out the main base now for Rusty 40. Let's just zoom on over there. You got Dylan already bringing out an MSP, and he's under fire by that ATR rifle from Northern. 2 shots missing, followed by a logistics truck, a motorbike there, a half-track, and 2 tanks rolling out of main base. We've got Waffle and Jackal in a P4, followed by a P2. We've got mortars going out back from the main base. We've got a command car heading into the trees to the north. We've got that motorbike heading into the hills to the south. That half-track going forth. And we've got a MSP flanking all the way around there with Noble 6. So, Rusty 40 using everything in their arsenal here. They've brought out every transport vehicles. They've got 2 tanks. They've got that forward MSP. They was very aggressive with that MSP at the beginning, putting it behind this barrier. And Darby Jack takes an ATR rifle shot, cutting straight through the bush there, taking its head clean off. So we've got a forward approach here by Rusty 40 while they send some flanks out. We've got JT going that command car to 80, that MSP flanking round into the mountains south along with that BMW bike. A 4-man mortar crew by the looks of it with their first Logi team and their second Logi team. I'm not quite sure what the second Logi team is building. I think actually the Logi crew died in that Logi truck. Both teams are correct. One person disconnected, but he should get put on the team due to team balance. So Rusty 40 going with a very heavy infantry push in the north, straight out of main base. But look at this firing line set up by KGK here. They've got a very strong infantry firing line that cuts around. You can see that group 7, 6, 3, and 4 creating that nice curved perimeter around the first cap with squad 1, 2, and 8 individuals there watching the south hills, making sure there are no flanks on behind. You can already see the 91st PCD boys. You've got Eul over there. He spotted an MSP. He marked it out. He called it. Niz with the AT truck there. He's going to start hunting that MSP, most likely. You've also got Phoenix. Was that Phoenix? I can't see his name. Oh, Rocker. Battle of the AT Elite here. Rocker and Niz. We spoke about these players early on. Rocker, start AT crewman for Rusty 40. And you got Niz on the other side. Niz. 1-0 to Niz. Niz 1, Rocker 0. Niz there using the French AT truck. That AT truck is so devastating. It actually has the most powerful cannon in the French arsenal. 10-pin and Gizmo here. 2-man in that P2. Obviously, it's a 2-man tank. Using it well with that P4. Also, that P4 has smokes. And this is a good push coming in from Rusty 40 here, pushing through the south tree lines here onto the first cap, doing a good job getting map control, slowly pushing KGK back into the perimeter. You can see squad 7 there that got dropped off by the commander, looking to do a flank, and we've got that Logi team as well moved in. We'll fly on over to the mortars and see who is on the mortars for Rusty 40. Who do we have on the mortars? We have Ranger Goo, Zodiac, Max, Izzert, and IMT. So we've got 2 40-1, oh, 3 40-1s and 1 Rusty 40. Very experienced mortar crews. We mentioned this at the beginning of the game as well, that the mortar crews from Rusty 40 are very strong, very able. We've actually got a fob built there. So we've got an MSP and a fob just in case one of them goes down. They're utilizing that fob. And with that fob, they could actually build some free fortifications, a couple of bunkers to help with the push maybe. Time on board, 40 minutes. So commander assets will be unlocked. So we might see artillery from both sides utilized soon. Obviously, artillery from either side now would be very devastating. Both teams know where the defenses and attackers are clustered up. So one artillery strike from either side here could be absolutely devastating. Waffle and Jackal making good use of that tank there. You can see that P2, Gizmo, and 10-pin killing Niz. So Niz with that AT truck, it goes down. That's a big loss for the AT there for the French. We've got Buckle disconnected. So both teams are down one player at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that just to make sure both teams get their players assigned to the right sides. Let's fly on over to here, over to the northeast a little bit, see what's going on here. We've got Rhubarb, Rusty, Uncle. They've got a small squad going over here with their Logi teams. And that 88 has been built. So this is the first time we've seen a team use the 88. You can build 88s on Chapter 2 maps. A lot of people think you can't. You can build them. For some reason, the German squad leader can't build the 88s, but his logistics squad members can. You got JT Infantry with the command car as well with its lows. They found the mortar crew, a 3-man mortar crew here. JT, thirsty for blood. Commander, I believe. No, it's Vazix. No, sorry, I'm on the wrong side. It is JT Infantry's commander. No doubt, JT very satisfied with himself there, taking out every single mortar crew. Its Lowe's was trying to steal the kills there. Good job by JT. That means KGK have lost their mortar support now. We'll have to see how that affects them. Tank support here has arrived for the French. The defenders, they've got a tank. They've got a tank on scene. I can't remember the name of this tank. It's the Renault some blah 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 blah. It's like the Soma. It's basically the Soma, but it's a different color scheme. And it's a little bit slower. So French tank support has arrived. I think that they've only got one tank, the French defenders. They're only utilizing one tank, opposed to the 2 tanks from the German side. You can see Waffle and Jackal there firing onto the defenders as well. You can see the French tank there actually has great visibility, and it's actually raining down onto the attackers here as Rusty 40 lose a little bit of their momentum on this attack. They're being cut out a little bit. Very strong defense from KGK here at the moment, managing to hold thoroughly. Artillery, there comes one of the artillery strikes right on top of Waffle and Jackal. Can they save that P4? It's down to about 70% health. 6 bursts. That was a 6-round artillery barrage. So that's going to be about a 10-minute cooldown now. Waffle and Jackal managing to save their tank. About 70% health. They could actually get a repair crane close to that FOB, so they actually don't have to go all the way back to main base. But you can see a very strong KGK defense here. Very strong KGK defense. Pushing back the infantry wave of Rusty 40. Let's just open up the map and see what's going on the map. You can see Squad 7 flanking around a little bit. They've gone to the second cap, holding those mortars hostage. We've got also some infantry flanking onto the hills here. Cake, Dartfighter, and Noble 6 trying to infiltrate behind enemy lines. Viking and Dino have actually found... Is that 2 rallies? They've found 2 rallies. One rally goes down. Not quite sure how we didn't get both. You can see Viking and Dino like, okay, what happened there? Second rally is going to go down now. So that's 2 defender rallies going to go down just like that. I imagine one of those rallies was actually the tank crew of the 91st PCD here. I imagine that was one of their rallies. 91st PCD are tank mains. They like playing their tanks. So I imagine that was actually one of their rallies. You can actually see there's a repair crane there. I think Dino might have spotted the repair crane, so they know where the French repair crane is. That tank is going to have to go save itself now before a logistics AT miner comes and suicide charges that. Rusty 40 losing a little bit of momentum here, though. You can see their infantry looking very, very thin on this frontal attack. Those tanks still doing an excellent job, but the infantry on the northern push of this cap here has thinned out a little bit. You can see there's been a few splatterings of rogue infantry infiltrating behind. Artillery, was that artillery we just heard called in, or was that mortars? I believe that's mortars from Rusty 40. Mortars from Rusty 40 hammering the point, doing a good job there. Time on board, 35 minutes, plenty of time. This match is still baby fresh, still baby new. You can see Dartfighter though is chasing the tank. Is Dartfighter a logistic? He isn't. He's not a logistics, but you can see he's chasing this tank. He's trying to call out to Noble 6. Noble 6 there he has the logistics class. You know Noble 6 is going to be the logistics AT class. He's looking to get a mine onto this tank. Dark Fighter, what did he throw? I'm not sure. Did he throw a... Oh, he threw a smoke grenade. I saw him throw something. He's trying to blind the tank so Noble 6 can sneak up on it. But look at this. Fulham has his turret still at 6. Oh, he's turning away. Noble 6 can carry on flanking her. You could also see Physics on Rocker here. They've got their motorbike. They're looking to get a tank kill as well. See this tank rushing back now. And meanwhile, big push coming in from Rusty 40. That P4 is coming very close to the battle. Another artillery barrage coming in. That is the KGK artillery. Got 1 kill on Buckle. Buckle goes down. You can see Waffle and Jackal here getting very brave with that tank. They're driving straight onto Cap to try clear out the defenders here. This is what you can do with the tanks. They just have to watch out to make sure they don't get suicide rushed by a logistics team. You can even see Cullum there, and who else was in his tank? Culane and Ollie are pushing their French tank down now, trying to deal with this P4. I can't see where the P2 is gone. Where has the P2 gone? I'm not quite sure where that P2... And there goes Waffle and Jackal. That's what they had to watch out for. Those suicide AT miners. That is what they had to watch out for. And there's Tenpin and Gizmo. They're trying to get up onto the hill with that P2 that we spoke about. If it gets onto that hill, that will actually give it great visibility over the battle below. Able to just rain down HE ordnance with that autocannon and get a bunch of kills. I imagine Waffle and Jackal are going to return soon as quickly with a tank. They were neutralized in the cap for a time being, but you can see Supremacy has gone back into the hands of KGK now, and a lot of the attacking infantry has been wiped out. They're respawning on that FOB. I saw Buckle move the MSP. I'm not quite sure where the MSP was. Oh, he's just moved it a little bit further away from the FOB. So, Rusty 40 having to reset their attack, and look at Gizmo and Tenpin. Sneak. Oh, and a direct shot on Jam Falcon. Jam Falcon goes out, and they have this high ground now, able to rain down shots. They're going to have to watch out, though, to make sure they don't get flanked by any infantry. And you've got Niz here. Niz with the AT truck, managing to get right behind that P2. He's looking for it. He knows where it is. Let's just hide names for a second. Did he see the P2? He doesn't. Or is he trying to shoot through the trees? He is. He's able to hit it straight through the trees. Tenpin and Gizmo, 1 shot on them. Tenpin and Gizmo already killed Niz once, but they're going to have to watch out. Tenpin and Gizmo in a very dire situation here. 1 more shot and they might go down. Oh, how were they alive? Tenpin and Gizmo. And then they go down like that. They get hit by a second shot. That was most likely from, yeah, Culane and Ollie there getting the final kill on them. So the tank support for Rusty 40 has been neutralized temporarily. Waffle and Jackal returning to the battle, as you can see. Returning with a P3 now. P3, good cannon on it. Not as strong as the P4, but it's still able to do good damage, especially against infantry. You see the Rusty 40 infantry have to regather themselves now. Very strong defense for KGK. Look at the map control KGK have. KGK almost getting encircled, though, being sandwiched within the cap. They're going to have to watch out. If their back spawns, if their rallies and MSPs goes down, they're going to be in very trouble. And look at Rocket here. Rocket doing something a little bit, you would say brave, maybe a little bit too brave. He was trying to rush the tank with his motorbike to get a mine on it. But infantry were nearby. They saw it, able to take it out. Artillery bombardment coming down from Rusty 40. Not quite sure how it didn't take down the rally that Sweet Kisses just spawned on. Mortars also landed on the same spot there. Rusty 40 mounting an infantry attack again. And a tank exchange going on. Waffle and Jackal fighting that... I always forget that French tank name. But it's not looking good for Waffle and Jackal. They're having to reverse. They can't take on a French tank like that. Their armor is too heavy. 1 more shot and they might go down. 1 bounce there from the German tank. It's doing its best. I don't think it's going to escape, though. You can see the Predators, that French tank, hunting them down. And this is going to be the victory here for that tank. 1 shot. And there goes Waffle and Jackal just like that. That French tank devastating there. These French tanks are so hard for the Germans to deal with. You either have to blow them up with your commander assets, or you have to get your logistics teams to suicide mine them. It's really hard. Pioneers can also do damage, but obviously it's very hard to get a Pioneer to place a mine on a tank and then the tank to stay still for the HE satchel to go off. See infantry pushing in as well. JT spawned on the cap, spawned on his fob. Artillery called in by JT as he spawned on the FOB. Got 1 kill with the artillery, just a 4-round barrage. Nothing huge. It got 1 kill. Not massive, but still, it makes a difference. You can see Dino pushing in now on that flank. Dino trying to get into the cap. Caused a little bit of an upset here. He ran right by 2 dead bodies. And there he is, Dino. He's found himself a bush. He could just lay here now and pick off any defenders that run by him. That's all he has to do. Get in that bush, stay alive as long as possible, be a nuisance. Got Dundle here. Dundle, good grenade by Dundle. Managed to get a little double kill there. Also, that back rally's gone down that Rusty and Roadhog would have been spawning on. You got Ollie and Carline in this again. Chat, I need a name for this tank, but it's going to be too late before I see you give me the name because of the delay. So, Niz is back with that AT truck there. That cannon in a great position. Just getting kill after kill in such a great position. New tank rolling forward. We've got a 4-man crew. They've completely stacked this tank now. It is a second P3. 4-man crew. They're in the hull gun. They've got a commander. They're going to have to watch out for Niz, though. Niz is going to know that tank is arriving. He's going to hear the machine guns. He's going to hear the engine and the turret. And you can see Niz moving his cannon. He's under fire. Rifle fire is being shot at him. He's trying to escape pistol fire now as Rocker trying to even the score. So far, Niz 1, Rocker 0. And Niz sandwiched now. He took a little bit of fire from some infantry. Niz getting shot from both sides. Obviously, the French truck here, he has an armored window, but he gets taken out, so that truck is dead in the water now. And the cap has been neutralized. The cap has been neutralized temporarily by Rusty 40. If they can keep this pressure on, if they can get some tank support in, maybe. But the problem is, this tank here, Colleen and Ollie, in this tank is going to be so devastating to deal with. How do they deal with this tank? I really feel they need to get a new 88mm maybe. If they get an 88 over in this direction somewhere that can cover the entirety of the cap and hill, that would be perfect position for them just to deal with any tank that rolls in from the French defenders here. You can see KGK pushing infantry forward now. Squad 8 and Squad 3 trying to rush to the cap as fast as possible. Trying to get on here, defend it. This 4-man little bundle of infantry here is under fire. They're hiding in the bush the best they can. A Stuka on point would actually be a perfect time right now. If a Stuka landed right on this spot, that would be perfect to cut off any reinforcements from the KGK infantry and also scare away that tank. You see the P3 slowly pushing forward. We're going to have P3 in this battle. I don't think the P3 will win this on the front. Physics has to be careful there. If he keeps running and gets spotted by the tank, he's going to give away all the infantry. Waffle getting out the tank there. Waffle commander, squad leader for his tank crew, trying to get on point. And here comes some artillery. KGK dropping the artillery. Got a team kill, 2 team kills. Doing more damage to the KGK. Oh, and then a big hit there. 5 rounds, 2 kills, but they will be able to be revived by Dino and Cake to keep this pressure on. Artillery dropping now from JT infantry perfectly on the tank, knocking it down to half health. It was only a 4-round barrage, so this is so tight on this cap. Rusty 40 have control of the cap. The tank for the French here is down to about 40% health. It can still win a fight against the P3, and it's been taken. Rusty 40 has taken the first cap. 41 minutes left on the board. Tickets completely even. We've got a tank battle going on now. P3 versus whatever the French tank is here, a Renault of some kind. The French tank will win this on the front. Frontal engagement. The French tank has more frontal armor than the P3. Not to mention the gun is pretty much identical. You can see that P3 taking damage having to get away from this fight. It knows better than to stay in this battle here. Down to 40% health. Jackal, Gizmo, and Tenpin. Waffle's tank crew might go down here if they're not careful. Oh, one more shot, and this is going to be a kill for Cullen and Ollie yet again. Spraying down Iron Mike at the same time. This next shot, a bounce. Gizmo, Jackal, and Tenpin get a little bit lucky there with the bounce, but and Physics with the late save, literally seconds in it, saving Waffle's tank crew there, dropping the HE, taking out the French tank. Finally, a French tank has fallen in this battle, and Gizmo, Jackal, and Tenpin get saved with literal seconds in it there. Great game we've got so far. 40 minutes left on the board. Tickets are even. What a great game we've got going on so far. And you can already see Rusty 40 is putting pressure onto the next cap already. The cap isn't open for another 2 minutes, but Rusty 40 already have infantry behind enemy lines here. They're infiltrating. They're not allowing KGK any time, any grace to spawn on this cap and get defenses up. They're hassling the defenders as much as possible. Mortars raining down. You can see the mortars landing here. That effective 4-man mortar crew that Rusty 40 always make heavy use of. That mortar crew doing an excellent job here. We've got Max 7 with that 88 that was built a long time ago. You can remember this 88 was built at the very start of the game. Unfortunately, he didn't get the kill on Tom then in the logistics truck. That logistics truck somehow managed to survive. A direct shot from the 88. It happens sometime. Oh, sorry, it's an MSP, not a logistics truck. But that 88, this 88 is in such a great position for the second cap. If Mac can keep this 88 alive, although its position has just been given away, look at the visibility Mac has in this 88. Any French tank coming to support this second cap has to contend with this cannon now, and this will chew through any French tank. This is what Rusty 40 need to deal with those heavy tanks, and I imagine a Matilda or B1 is going to be rolling out of the main base right now for KGK. Let's head on over and see if that was right. Are we going to be seeing a heavy tank head into the battle for the French, or are they sticking with their mediums and lights for now? Let's head over and have a look. You can also see Niz there. Niz has got his AT truck back alive. You can see he's got his job. He's heading out to look for more tank kills. So Cullen, and we called it. The Matilda is heading to battle, and how do you deal with the Matilda in Chapter 2 as the Germans? You've got to use Stukers, you've got to use your artillery, or you've got to use an 88, and if you want to risk it, you can try Suicide Mine it over and over again, but that takes resources, time, and it's not an effective way to deal with it. So how will Rusty 40 deal with this second cap? KGK losing the first cap, but KGK is still looking very strong in the defense. You can see JT and Meat Shield rolling out again. Meat Shield logistics team there. JT commander for this game for Rusty 40. You've got Northern over here. Northern with an ATR rifle sniping some shots at infantry, I think. Just go on board Northern for a second. Yeah, he's got his ATR rifle down. He's trying to snipe some shots, decimating anyone he can hit. You got Gizmo. Oh, Waffle. Waffle actually got taken out by the ATO. You can see Tenpin and Gizmo trying to get revenge for their fallen squad leader. MSP down. MSP down was just called in chat by KGK. I think the MSP in the north that Mac originally shot at but survived was taken out somehow. So KGK losing a mobile spawn, a very valuable asset. That's tickets lost, and it also denies a spawn for the defenders. Big push coming in here from the north of the cap. Sorry, this would be the south of the cap. You can see a new fob being placed here. A great fob allowing for the infantry from Rusty 40 to catapult themselves straight into the rear of the KGK defenders. Gizmo and Jackal here trying to clear out these trenches. There's a rally right in front of them. They should be able to take out this rally if they spotted it. They were shooting into the trenches. They know infantry's there. Oh, and Crop Hat just spawned. He just spawned. Did Gizmo or Jackal see that? They must have saw it. They didn't see the infantry spawning. That's so unlucky for them. Another infantry has spawned. It's so unfortunate. They could take out a large group of defenders there and basically punch a solid hole straight through the front lines of the defenders. ATR rifle there firing again. That's Northern up in the hills, slowly pushing down. Artillery coming down on cap. I imagine this is Rusty 40 artillery. Good artillery. 4 rounds. Got a bunch of kills. Did a little bit of splash damage. 5, 6, 7. 7-round artillery barrage there. Did a good job dealing damage, getting a bunch of kills, and getting a bunch of splash damage. You can see BB Ivan trying to sneak up on this tank, and he gets taken out there. Good shot into the trenches. Starkley pushing forward. Starkley's going to find that rally. He's going to hear it. Surely he hears the rally. Yeah, he heard it. He's looking for it. He can't see it. Starkley, no. Starkley, you heard it. I know you heard it. Go back. Oh, no. Starkley running right by that rally. Unfortunate. This rally, on the meantime, though, Alex found the second rally along this hedgerow here. So that second rally goes down. Northern trying to sneak up on the P3 here. Gizmo and Jackal, that rally has been removed. It got replaced. Let's look at the map. Rusty 40 doing a good job getting onto cap here. This big push coming in south of the cap is putting a lot of pressure. And now with the P3 rolling on cap, the P3 has to be careful, though. If the P3 gets a little bit too brave, a little bit too cocky, a suicide Pioneer or AT logistics team will be able to deal with this. But this is a big infantry push coming in along with the tank support from the south. It means Rusty 40 are going to start neutralizing this. Neckelman trying to sneak behind the P4. The P4 getting a kill there on Bro Nissan. Bro Nissan going down. Nickel alive. Nickel, one of our casters for this tournament. He's playing in this game. He's one of our English casters. And Rusty 40 looking very good to take the second cap here. They have number supremacy at the moment. They have that tank support, although they have to watch out. Artillery at any point might be called down by the defenders. So they're going to have to watch out for KGK artillery. Enigma there, or AKA Eggman. Squad lead. A lot of the Rusty 40 infantry got wiped out here, though. A lot of the Rusty 40 infantry has been taken out here. Dylan and Sweet Kisses spraying at each other through the bushes. They mag dump the bushes, and now they reload. Drop on their bellies. They mag dump through the bushes at each other. Drop on their bellies, reload, and again, Jam Falcon sneaking behind here. He gets taken out, though, before he can find those rallies. Dylan doing a good job taking out Sweet Kisses. Nickelman is still alive, though. Hiding in these bushes. Very close on cap, very even at the moment. Rusty 40 have supremacy on the cap again, but only by a narrow margin. Time on the board, 33 minutes. Rusty 40 looking very strong to take a second cap here. Tickets, again, equal. Look at Niz here. Niz with the AT truck flank, trying to take out that P3, and one long-range shot there landing, I believe, on the P3. He's firing into the infantry as well. That P3 reversing out the way. It knows it's under heavy cannon fire. It's trying to get out of the firing range now. It doesn't know where those shots are coming from. Niz with a superb flank here. Niz with the superb flank with his AT truck. Can Rusty 40 keep up this pressure, though? That's the question. Rusty 40 have been pushed off the cap a little bit. And in fact, they've lost a lot of infantry holding down the cap. And you can see the reinforcements coming in here for KGK. The cap has been neutralized, but Rusty 40 don't have the numbers to hold this down temporarily. KGK have a lot of reinforcements coming in, and Rusty 40 are looking very weak of getting more bodies onto the point. That 88 is still alive. You can see that 88 is firing. It's just putting shots into the hillside, trying to suppress any reinforcements coming in from KGK. See, Ingrim, Northern here, trying to get on cap, trying to clear it out. They have supremacy again on cap. Artillery coming in. This is KGK artillery getting a bunch of friendly team kills here. 2 team kills to this KGK artillery. It wiped out Rusty 40, but it also got a couple of team kills in the process. Gizmo and Jackal here are completely surrounded by infantry as well. You can see they're being blinded by smokes. They're doing the best to try keep themselves alive. They're completely surrounded by infantry. They got 1 kill on loser there. Blinded by those smokes, and here comes It's Grim. Grim's trying to sneak up. Will Gizmo and Jackal turn in time? Will they turn in time? I think they're not going to just do it, and there goes the tank. No infantry support for the P3, and the P3 goes down. Unfortunate for them, they were doing a solid job supporting the infantry, but unfortunately they got taken out. Meanwhile, let's talk about the north of the cap here. Originally, KGK held rallies down in the trees and hedges below us here, but Rusty 40 have done a good job pushing down from the north, taking out those rallies, pushing KGK map control further and further back. Rusty 40 might be getting a little bit too ahead of themselves here, though. They didn't have enough support coming in on that second cap. They have a lot of infantry already infiltrating the third cap. Maybe Rusty 40 stretching themselves a little bit thin here, getting a little bit too ahead of themselves. They could have taken that cap if they had more support from the rest of their team. Maybe a little bit too ambitious. Nevertheless, plenty of time. 30 minutes on the board. Tickets basically even. Both teams looking very good so far. This could swing any way right now. Machine gun below us. We've got AJ Gun. The MP34 spraying suppressive fire onto the cap the best he can. The cap has been reclaimed by KGK. It's back in French hands, into the defenders' hands. I want to know what happened to that Matilda as well. We mentioned that Matilda heading to the battle, but we've not seen that Matilda. At some point, that Matilda must have been intercepted by Rocker or Physics, because that Matilda never arrived to the battle. So I imagine it was either taken out by the AT crews of Rocker and Physics, or it got taken out by the 88. Oh, what is it over here? I see 91st PSDs. That means there's a tank nearby. And look who is also here. Rocker and Phoenix. And there is a dead Matilda along with a dead MSP or a Logi truck. So Rocker and Physics doing a good job there. That is a heavy French loss there. Oh, Physics with a nice headshot there as well on Con. But Emmanuel takes it as well. Emmanuel. Mule 31. 30 ticket lead now. Need to counter mortars. That is what's being said in KGK chat right now. These Rusty 40 mortars are doing such a devastating job. They just can't deal with them. Rusty 40 are expending a lot of infantry on these mortars as well. They've got a full 4-man mortar crew. That's a lot of mortars to be using. That means basically a whole infantry squad is lacking now. But you've got to say, these mortars are paying for themselves. This long-range, infinite artillery support. And with Rusty 40 being so accurate, practicing every single time they come into a game. They know how to pinpoint those mortars perfectly to the most effective and devastating ability they can achieve with them. You can see, look at the mortars raining down. This is basically an endless artillery barrage going on right here. Doing a good job, taking away complete map control of this portion of the cap here. You can see on the left side of the road, if KGK step inside that, into that area left of the road, they're basically dead. They have to hold down the right-hand side of the road. KGK is starting to win back the north, though. You see, where they originally had those rallies, they're starting to regain it. You can see Genhard, Brandpower, Loser, Sky below me, along with Tom over here doing a good job. Tom actually finding JT and Whiskers. That is the commander for Rusty 40. That's a 10-ticket kill on that command car. If Tom wants to take it, he can take it out with his rifle. You can see those machine guns, and we've got 10-pin back. We've got a 2-2-2 on the board now. 10-pin, Jackal, and who was the Gizmo? I imagine Waffle is somewhere nearby. He's been on foot, no doubt, telling his tank where to move. But this is a great tank for Rusty 40 to use at this point. That autocannon of the 2-2-2 chews through infantry. They can do drive-bys with that thing. Do with that autocannon. Easily shreds through infantry. I will say the Rusty 40 have lost a little bit of momentum here. Their infantry has slowed down a little bit. Jam Falcon took out that FOB. That FOB being taken out now, south of cap. And we've got a Panhard entering the battle now. We've got Ollie, Kudane, and I can't see the other name because it's all muddled together. That Panhard is going to be devastating for the Germans to deal with as well. That Panhard has a similar gun to all the other French tanks, but the difference is that Panhard is quick, it's quiet, it's nimble. It's going to be very devastating for the Germans to deal with. JT managing to save his command car, saving those 10 tickets there. So good job there by Rusty 40, helping their commander, saving those 10 tickets. 10 tickets are so valuable in these competitive games. Mortars continue to rain down, but you've got to say, where is the infantry support from Rusty 40? They've managed to push through the third cap. They've managed to take over the third cap pretty much, but we're not worrying about the third cap much at this point. I feel at this point maybe a little bit too spread thin for Rusty 40. They're concentrating too much on the next cap, but they are doing a good job getting behind KGK defenders here, taking out those rallies, taking out those, as we speak, a rally goes down, taking out those rallies, taking out those MSPs. If they keep this pressure mounted from the rear, if they take out those back spawns for KGK defenders, that is going to allow them to slowly suffocate and starve out the defenders on cap, especially with those mortars continuing to rain down. Niz is back with his AT truck now, trying to get into the hills, trying to get himself some camouflage and into a good position where he can just rain down support. And look at the position he's just put himself in. Sitting here with his AT gun allows him to see perfectly over cap. Any tank down there is going to be easy prey. If he sees that 222, one shot is going to be enough to take it out. Sometimes two. A shot already dealing damage here. Perfectly placed on Rhubarb. Rhubarb almost getting taken out. Gizmo and Jackal having that shot fly right next to them as well, moving away. You can see that shot coming in. Niz going for those long-range AT truck shots and doing a great job with it as well. And there it is. One shot perfectly on Gizmo and Jackal there. One more shot and that 222 is going to go down. That 222 needs to get out of there. It's in perfect visibility. No cover here. One more shot and it's gone. It's trying to use these trees to the best of its advantage to give itself a little bit of cover. Let's go over and look at the infantry. So Rusty 40 have been pushing in from the rear of the cap here. See Rocker, Viking, Dino all going down here, trying to push in on the rear. They've taken out a lot of the rear rallies, a lot of the squad defender rallies. There is one still alive next to the cap. And there is one now in the north as well. That Panhard. The Panhard is on the field now, look. And look at the speed of this Panhard. This Panhard is going to be able to traverse across the entire map so quickly. So quickly. It's going to allow it to flank that 88. It's also going to allow it to get in a good position to take out that 222. The 222 can kill the Panhard. The autocannon can pen the Panhard. But the Panhard obviously has the advantage, having a better gun. One shot onto that weakened 222, and that 222 is going to go down. You see the Panhard flanking around here. Hopefully, AJ communicated this information back to his team. Okay. Good attempt with the MG. Didn't kill the Panhard, but this is Panhard. This Panhard is going straight to the location of where that 222 was reported. It's on the hunt. It's on the prowl. JT is nearby. JT is going to hear the tank go by. JT is temporarily immobilized. Rhubarb goes down. JT crushed by his own car. Fumbled. I can't believe it. It would obviously it had to be JT. This is why JT was demoted from commander for the last 2 games. Nevertheless, let's talk about the battle. Carry on going on for it. KGK managed to mop up all the southern infantry here because that FOB went down for Rusty 40. The rallies have been found as well here in the south. So KGK have gained map control back into the south. Rusty 40 still have control over onto the third cap. They're still harassing that hard spawn. But they need to start focusing on the second cap. 20 minutes. Time is running out. Panhard on the field. I'm trying to see if I can spot the 222. Jen and Tenpin trying to spot the Panhard. Again, the 222 can kill the Panhard. It's going to be a very, very tactical fight between these two. They're going to be very cautious of one another. Obviously, the French have the advantage. more armor, and a better gun. Also, Niz with that 80 gun in the far distance that gives him perfect sniping opportunity. Rusty 40, again, lost a little bit of their momentum here with their infantry. Need to compose themselves again a little bit. Bombing run came down. I didn't really see where it landed. Women with Weed was trying to sneak up on Niz. Niz in that 80 gun, though, he's still alive. He's looking to ambush any tanks that roll out of main base, any MSPs, any logistics trucks that come out of the German main base. He's going to snipe with his truck. And KGK is starting to assert map control again. They've got strong control over the cap. They control the south. They're starting to establish strong defenses here. Rusty 40 need to remobilize themselves a little bit. Get their breast back. Loser going down there, trying to find that rally. He knows there's a spawn over there. Sky's the next one. They know where the infantry is coming from. AJ typing in an all chat. AJ, you need to not type in all chat, man. that's unfortunate for AJ. He typed in the wrong chat there. He gave some information out in the wrong chat. JT saving the German MSP from a sniper. Commander here. Who was crushed by his own car, had to respawn, but luckily for him, respawning actually saved the German MSP, so he's saving it temporarily, but he has to watch out for Niz. Look at Niz. He's right there. Right there. Rocker. Wait, is Rocker going to get revenge? Is this going to be 1-1 for Rocker? Oh, he didn't. Niz knew it was there. He's going to get away. It's still 1-0 for Niz. In the fight between Rocker and Niz, Niz won, Rocker 0, and Niz... Rocker evened it up. It is 1-1. The battle between AT Extraordinaires continues. 1-1 now between Rocker and Niz. See Northern there trying to look for that MSP that JT moved. JT doing a good job placing it, but this Panhard is going to see easily if it turns to its left. That MSP isn't well camouflaged, and there's a lot of infantry over there. Luckily, the Panhard for Rusty 40 didn't spot it temporarily. All the bushes blocking it. It still thinks it's in the trees further north. Rusty 40 still doing a good job here in the north part of the map. They're pushing in this 2-2-2. This 2-2-2 may be a little bit anxious knowing it got shot at. A little bit more anxious to get into cap. It's already been hit once. It has been repaired, but a little bit cautious to get in. JT has actually got on cap commander for his team, trying to speed up the capping process. He's got himself in the ditch line. Mortars raining down yet again. A few infantry starting to get in. Sweet Kisses was trying to clear out the ditches, but immediately mortars landing straight down, pushing him back. These mortars have been non-stop for Rusty 40, and they're doing an excellent job. Let's just open up the map and see. There is a big infantry push coming in from Rusty 40 on the north side now. They're also still harassing behind enemy lines. They're on that third cap, trying to harass it as much as possible. If that 2-2-2 starts coming to support infantry, gets a little bit closer to cap, we might see the second cap fall. Time, 70 minutes. Time is running out. Rusty 40 still have ticket lead, but not by much. That 88mm cannon has gone down. Otherwise, this would have been a perfect time to take out this Panhard. This 2-2-2 has to be careful, though. The 2-2-2 must hear the Panhard. And likewise, the Panhard might hear the 2-2-2. Look at this. Just narrowly missing each other time and time again. It's unfortunate that 88 has gone down, because that 88 would have been a perfect position to take out the Panhard as it drove back. Bojangles is on the right team, just making sure he's rejoined. Just making sure he's on the right team. He is. Perfect. That 2-2-2 driving towards the cap now. This is it. Rusty 40 maybe knowing it's now or never. They need to start applying a little bit more pressure to the cap. But look at this. The 2-2-2 and the Panhard are going to meet each other. Panhard gets the advantage. Panhard turns right behind the 2-2-2. One shot, followed by a second. Engine goes out for the 2-2-2. This might be the end for this 2-2-2 here. 2-2-2 goes down. Unfortunate that they drove on the road at the exact same time. And KGK have cleared out that ditch line as well. Rusty 40 running out of time here. Those mortars doing an excellent job, but they need more pressure applied to this cap. They need more pressure on this cap. 16 minutes on the board. Let's open up the map and see what is going on. You can see a lot of KGK infantry just holding down that cap, sitting on it now, under pressure from those mortars. They've also mostly cleared out the third cap. You can see the 91st PCD over here. They've mostly cleared out the third cap. The flanking rear attack from Rusty 40 has mostly been dealt with now, so their hard spawn is safe temporarily. Rusty 40 do have some action going on over here as well. I believe that is Niz or Jam. No, it's Jam Falcon. Rocker gets another kill there. He's found a oh, he's saving a German Logi truck. He saved meat. Wait. Interesting that he blew it up. He's probably blowing it up so Meat Shield can just respawn at main base to get it back quicker. That's probably what he's doing. Save Meat Shield the time running over to get his truck. He's just blowing it up so it respawns at main base. Artillery coming down here from the KGK. Really well placed artillery. North of the cap here, gets 4 kills. Waffle, Rusty, Dylan, and Dundle goes down. Shorfen managing to live. That Panhard back on the scene, just driving straight through, doing those drive-bys. This Panhard knows it doesn't have much to fear. Artillery being returned as well by Rusty 40, getting 2 kills, not many. Dealt a little bit of damage there. And Rusty 40 do have infantry on the cap. In fact, they might even have majority. If these mortars can fire a little bit further south into the tree lines like they are doing, this is going to cut off any reinforcements from KGK. If this can be organized by Rusty 40 here, tell their mortars to fire a little bit more south into the trees, this is going to cut off all the reinforcements spawning on these rallies here. They just need those mortars just an extra 10, 20 yards further south, and they will be perfect right now. Rusty 40 have a big infantry push coming in here along the south tree lines as well. Slowly starting to surround the cap. But that Panhard, look at that Panhard just driving back. Unattested, this Panhard. Good Stuka getting a kill there on Genhard. Genhard goes down. Rusty trying to get in the cap. Uncle Iron trying to get into the cap as well. Trying to throw bodies in here now. Sky is actually dead. His name shouldn't be there. This Panhard back on the scene is going to see Cake. Oh, the Panhard. The Panhard got hit directly by artillery. The Panhard's down to about 10% health. That was friendly fire artillery there, almost taking out the Panhard. Got a couple of team kills. That Panhard so lucky to get away. An ATR rifle might actually kill this Panhard. An ATR rifle might actually finish off this Panhard. It's so low on health. That Panhard is going to have to get away from this battle now. It's so low in health. It needs to go repair quickly. Almost a friendly team kill on the tank there. KGK throwing a lot of infantry on the point. They know they're losing the cap here. The call has been made. We are losing the cap. Get bodies on it. Rusty 40 with 13 minutes. Even JT getting on the cap with his command car now. Doing all they can. These are good mortars. Getting a bunch of kills with these mortars. JT, commander, trying to speed up the cap process. Sergeant in the ditch line. Genhard here. Is Max watching it? Oh, Max was looking the wrong way. Sergeant turns around. Sergeant goes down as well, though. Max was looking the same direction as Sergeant. If only he was watching a different angle. Good grenades going out here. More mortars. These mortars need to keep up this suppressive fire now. This might be Rusty 40 taking this cap, but look at KGK throwing bodies forward here. This KGK is still holding the majority, and they know where all the Rusty 40 infantry is. Look at them all. Look at all the Rusty 40 infantry. Cattle in their little cattle shed there, trying to cap it. Rusty 40 do have this big infantry wave coming from the south of cap. If they can keep up this pressure, take out these rear spawns, this is looking good for them. Artillery. Oh no, JT just wiped out his entire squad in the shed. JT with 4 team kills on the cap, 5 team kills. JT with the misplaced artillery, I feel. If only it was placed a little bit more south. He wiped out his entire team on the cap. They had it. Although they still hold majority, but this is going to make it even harder now. They had such a commanding control due to numbers. Jackal and Gizmo have returned. Well, almost returned. Come on. Almost. That P3 is trying to... P4, sorry. A German heavy to deal with that Panhard. If they can get on cap, the cap has been neutralized. Get the P4 on cap. Help the infantry. Rusty 40 is losing infantry. KGK is continually throw bodies forward. 10, 11 minutes on the board. Cake kills Alex there. Dodo knows Cake's nearby. He's trying to get there. Brand Power rejoined. He's on the right team. I know he's on the correct team. Just double check. Rocker there. Artillery now. This is KGK. This is just the battle of artillery thrown back and forth. Back and forth artillery here. Gets a bunch of kills, but I think Rusty 40 have command and control. The point is neutralized. KGK have no bodies on the cap. Now, Rusty 40 have the P4 as tank support as well, although Niz, still in his sniping position, is going to see this P4 roll on cap. This P4 needs to be careful that Niz doesn't take it out. I think Rusty 40 is going to claim the cap. Just under 11 minutes, the cap is neutralized, but look at this big infantry wave coming in from KGK. Can Rusty 40 weather this infantry? Can they weather the storm? Will they hold out and take the cap? You see, there's a big infantry fight going on here. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, into the trees and bushes. They've got a rally down here. Brave rally here from Rusty 40. They're doing anything they can to keep pressure and momentum on the cap. The P4 trying to get forward, trying to cut off the reinforcements. It's putting shots down range now. The cap must be almost taken. And there it is. The cap has been taken by Rusty 40. 25 minutes on the board. Rusty 40 have the narrowest of ticket lead. And the fight continues. We're moving on to the third cap now. Does Rusty 40 have what it takes to take the next cap? 25 minutes isn't a lot of time to break through a solid defense. Can they do it? Such a close fight. This P4 needs to be careful now. This P4 is completely surrounded by infantry. It also has Niz able to shoot it in the rear. He's going to have to watch out to make sure their German heavy doesn't go down. Sergeant and Dylan here moving that MSP. They're going to have to watch out, though. Niz is right here. Niz is going to hear. Niz has a great gaming headset. He's going to hear that MSP moving potentially. And he's in such a commanded position to take it out. Surely Dylan and Sergeant will hear the cannon firing, but you never know. You never know what gaming headset people have. It's called the Samoa S35. Thank you. I told you I'd get that tank name late. Tenpin and Gizmo driving down the main road here. Nice little double kill there, putting a lot of pressure on the KGK infantry, trying to keep them in the cap, trying to make sure KGK doesn't set up a perimeter of control, keep them isolated in the town, keep them pinned, keep them fresh. Don't allow KGK to form a perimeter, because time is limited. If you allow KGK to form a perimeter, it's going to be so hard to break in this town. It is literally an uphill battle from this point on for the Germans. They have to get up this hill, get into the town, do close range battles. They're a lot further away from their main base now. It's going to be a real close battle. Artillery call down on cap, I believe. I see a bunch of defenders going down there from KGK. I think an artillery strike was just called down. I don't hear any mortars. I feel like these mortars should just be firing. Spread the mortars to fire in as many places as possible. You got 4-man mortar crew. Have one firing on the south of town, the north, the east, and west. Just rain suppressive HE fire down on them the best you can. Tenpin and Gizmo still pushing forward. Tenpin getting out his tank. He's most likely checking for mines. And Igram there. Tenpin, no. Igram. And Tenpin, you just, the moment of silence from Tenpin, he just looked at his tank, paused for a good couple of seconds, and it's like, shit. Unfortunate there for Tenpin. Ikram just waiting in the bushes above him, drop down. You see Mac over here. Mac, who was on like 88 earlier, he was trying to support the tank as well, doing his best. The Panhard is actually back as well now. The Panhard was chasing after the P4. Panhard's still alive. Rusty 40, can they keep this game going, or is there too little time left? 22 minutes. They have 20 ticket lead. A lot of KGK is pressed within the town now. KGK have been pressed within the town. If Rusty 40 can keep them isolated in the town, don't allow them to set up a perimeter, then they can slowly starve them out, use the mortars, use their artillery, use the whatever they have, and just slowly burn them out. Can Rusty 40 do that? Can they create this pocket? Can they create an encirclement? Oh. It's hot, chat. I'm hot. This room is very hot right now. And this game is going on for a long time. I'm sweating. I'm sweating heavily. Let's just open up the map and see what is going on here from Rusty 40. They have an MSP flanking all the way to Village de Marx. You can see they've got a MSP all the way on the southwest there, trying to get behind enemy lines. They've also got an FOB, a logistics truck in the south. Most likely going to build a FOB down in the south as well, so they can do this encirclement. They've got a second MSP coming up from Bois de Villas, probably going to place it on the west side of the cap, so they can push in from the south and west at the same time. Meat Shield is asking, please mark new mortars. So the mortar team is waiting for new markers. They're waiting for these callouts. And again, they put it in the wrong chat. KGK say, okay. Rusty 40. Stop putting information in old chat. Use team chat. I know the button. Rebind it. Rebind old chat key to something else, so you don't accidentally hit it. But I feel Rusty 40, their mortars should have just been firing anyway. Don't wait for a mortar. You know where they're going to spawn. You know where they're spawning on. Just fire the mortars anyway. This pause in mortars wasn't needed. You know they've only got one place to spawn on a hardpoint, and that's the cap. Just put the mortars down while you wait for new markers to be placed. You did the pause has maybe cost them a little bit. Dundle plays in his HE. Niz killing him, but the HE has been placed. Niz trying to save it. He's trying it. He's got it away. Oh, with the narratives of margins. Niz heroically saving his truck there, taking it down to about 50%. Big brain Niz. That's another win in his mind. Saving his truck there. Niz trying to get in position to deal with those incoming German tanks. Speaking of German tanks, I see one on the board. I think it is just a 222 or a 232. Let's just see if I can zoom over. I think it's a 222. Yeah, so Jackal, he's got another tank on the board. It's a 222 light tank. He's a one-man crewing at the moment. He's probably waiting. There's Tempin. He's, oh, that's bad timing for Jackal to get stuck there. Under fire by that ATR, and that ATR is doing damage. Look at the damage coming in with Jackal. And not only that, but Jackal's just giving away the position of his repair crane and potentially the FOB. Panhard could also get on this. If AJ needs to take out Northern, if AJ can kill Northern here. No, AJ's dead. AJ can't. So, Northern there knows exactly where the repair crane is now. He knows where the FOB is as well, because he saw crew run nearby. So, I imagine there's going to be a Mustang called on that soon. Meanwhile, there's been a big kill over here. Waffle and Buckle, they both go down, along with Sergeant, as they built a repair crane. I believe that was Niz. Yeah, Niz with the AT gun. You can see Niz there spotted them. They know this flank's coming in from the south. That MSP went down in the south of Rusty 40. They know where it is. And their element of surprise has been lost. Derby Jack over here. You can see Tin. Tin knows there's a spawn over here because it's been called out. They know there's infantry pushing over here. So he's looking for maybe a FOB or an MSP. He's trying to find where it is. What's he doing? Is he going to build something? He knows there's something over here because of the infantry that's been pushing in. And the MSP is right here. Once he sees, if he sees any infantry running from this direction, he can use his use that information to know, okay, so the rally, the spawn is further over here. See, Tin just spotted Laz then. Niz still firing with that cannon as well. Lads goes down. Derby Jack hit directly with Niz. So Tin knows where they are coming from now. So the element of surprise for Rusty 40 on the south push here is gone. Time on board, 16 minutes. Time is running out. Rusty 40 have also lost the ticket lead. They've lost the ticket lead. They've lost a little bit of momentum again. Zodiac just spawned on the rally right in front of Ingram. Ingram knows there's a spawn right there. Zodiac doing his best. Zodiac hit one shot. Zodiac saving the rally temporarily. Its location is known, but he saved that rally. He's going to keep it in the game. KGK very pinned into the camp, but they are slowly pushing out again, setting up a larger perimeter. You can see Waffle, Jackal, and Tempin. Gizmo with their 222 over here, firing onto the cap, trying to support as much as they can. And Northern reported the location of the 222. He said there's a repair crane over here, so that repair crane most likely know there's a fob next to it as well. And here's the Panhard. Panhard looking. He's come to Northern's location. He wants to know where the 222 is. Is Northern still alive? Yeah, no, he isn't. But the Panhard is over here. It knows roughly the area where the 222 is. If the 222 was still there, the 222 could have loaded AP and taken out this Panhard. But sadly, Gizmo and Jackal moving the 222 again. Just bad timing here. Bad timing from the tank crews from Rusty 40. Every time, it just they move at the wrong time. They turn the turret at the wrong time. It's just so unfortunate timing for them. But they are getting the shots on. They've loaded AP. They're putting a few shots into the Panhard, trying to take it out. They can pen the Panhard. They can kill the crew. They can disable it. And you see the Panhard missed. One crewman's been killed by the 222. 222 still firing. Panhard, it knows it's being penned. It knows, and there's the second crewman's being killed. Panhard is having to retreat. See, the 222 can kill the Panhard. It can pen. It can do damage. More importantly, it can kill the crew. It can kill the crew very easily. So this Panhard having to retreat now, wait for support. So good job there by 222. And the 222 moved away from the repair crane, making sure it didn't get the benefits from the repair crane while it's in that fight. So good job there by Gizmo and Jackal as well, playing very fairly there to move away from the repair crane, making sure they wasn't gaining the benefits from the repair crane. Dylan over here near the Panhard. Panhard trying to retreat away. Low on crew. Trying to retreat away, limping away best it can. Still under fire. The 222 still pinning it through the trees. The Panhard has a very weak torque engine, so it can't go uphill. But you can see the Panhard doing its best to use cover, trying to hide behind the trees, the bushes, the ditches, the best it can to escape. So if you're wondering why the Panhard isn't just going up the hill, it can't. The Panhard can't travel uphill very easily. It's got a very weak engine. It's fast, but it's weak in torque. KGK asserting very dominant control now, though. They've got a strong infantry presence in the town, and they're also starting to create a large perimeter around the town. You can see them pushing out here on the south. They're pushing out here on the east, or even pushing out north down the hill. They're creating a large dominating perimeter that Rusty 40 is going to have to battle through. And with less than 14 minutes on the board, time is running out. Tickets are so even as well. Rusty 40 have lost ticket lead. KGK has taken ticket lead now by almost 20 tickets. If Rusty 40 can get a bunch of big kills here, if they can take out some FOB, some MSPs, some logistics trucks, it might come down to a ticket fight. And speaking of taking them out, Physics, Niz here with his truck. Physics, oh no, Physics going to get taken out here. Physics gets taken out. That would have been a nice 5 tickets, I believe it is, for this truck. But you can see Niz trying to get his truck in position to take out that 222. That's very unfortunate. That would have been that ticket lead we're talking about. Speaking of ticket lead, the Panhard here spotted a logistics truck. So that's another 10 tickets lost. One-man crew. I mean, he had to do the kill, so he swapped it. Easy 10 tickets there for him as he's limping back to get the rest of his crew. So good job by him. You can see Niz there. Niz has flanked all the way around with his truck. Look at that from Niz. Niz with his AT truck trying to find this 222. 222 moving location. You can see Rocker and Buckle chasing it. Meat Shield might be able to intercept Niz here. Might be able to intercept Niz. If they can kill this truck, that's good tickets. And Meat Shield gets sniped, though. Long range snipe there. Takes Meat Shield out. You can see Rocker, Gizmo, and Tenpin all chasing after this, I forgot what the truck is. It's just the AT truck. The French AT truck. Lots of blue names on stone. The third cap time. Less than 12 minutes. This is going to be very hard for Rusty 40 to break through. They have pressure coming in from the south. They have this big infantry wave. The majority of the infantry is pushing in from the east. They're on the border of stone now, starting to push into the town. But it's going to be very hard for them to clear out all these buildings with 11 minutes. It might even come down to tickets at the end. Gizmo and Tenpin, they're looking for this truck. And Niz actually has got the drop on the 222, but Niz is actually retreating. Rocker here. Can Rocker kill it? Rocker with the ATR rifle. He's trying to place it. Oh, Niz saved himself again, man. I'm telling you, it's just Rusty 40 have been so unlucky with just timing. Niz managing to save his truck, meaning they have to deal with that. It's going to be a constant pressure on the tank crew from Rusty 40, knowing Niz is roaming around with that heavily armored truck that can chew through any tanks the Germans put on the field. Starkly, Iron Mike over here trying to push in from the southeast. They're under pressure. Dalen, 1 kill. He gets taken out, though, by Iron Mike, so Starkly can't be picked up there. Kulane. This is actually the tank crew trying to get back to the Panhard. The tank crew is being intercepted, so the Panhard is going to be a little bit longer before the Panhard is back up to full mobility. Kulane, good grenade by Kulane. Perfectly placed on Iron Mike. Iron Mike goes down. Second ray falls a little bit short. Slug and Starkly is back in the fight. Kulane might win this fight. Kulane's got that pistol, got that French revolver. It does damage at range. Both Starkly and Slug are injured. They're hiding in the bushes temporarily. Let's just open up the map again and see what is going on. It looks like Rusty 40 have found one of the French MSPs. That is going to be 10 tickets if they can destroy it. The problem is they can't destroy it with small arms. They cannot take out the MSP with small arms. So they're going to have to wait either for a bomb or a ATR rifle. And you see the French, there he is, Internoto, coming to save the MSP. They can't lose this MSP. They're trying to save it. This is 10 tickets, and 10 tickets are so valuable at this point. Kate killed him there, but can he take out the MSP? I don't believe the MG can destroy the French MSP. They're going to need either a bombing run or a Pioneer to get over here ASAP. KGK held out on that big eastern infantry push. Now Rusty 40 has swapped over to the west. A infantry push coming in from the west now. Tickets 98 for Rusty 40, 128 for KGK. 9 minutes. Those tickets can run out. Tin over here with his logistics truck as well. I feel if that 222, if Gizmo and Tenpin managed to get behind, and Kulane won the fight with his pistol. I told you Kulane could do it. That pistol is strong. Never sleep on the pistols in this game. If that 222 managed to get behind enemy lines here, he could maybe do a good job taking out the rear MSPs, finding the logistics teams, taking them out. As we can see, that MSP has been saved. There might be a Stuka called in it, but I imagine Hash Brown or Eggman is going to move that MSP before it is taken out. Rusty 40 managing to get a couple of infantry just to break into the town itself. You can see Uncle here, Uncle Iron, managing to get into the town. Radio man for his squad. Artillery. This is going to be Rusty 40 artillery. Took out one rally. Might take out a logistics truck if he's lucky. No infantry kills. They took out one rally, but that isn't going to be hugely effective for the most part. Rusty 40 have this infantry wave coming in, though, from the western side, wrapping around to the northwest and southwest here. This could be a good time for them to get in. They've also got infantry pushing in from the south. You can see a bombing marker has been placed for that MSP, but that MSP, they're not going to keep that MSP there. They've moved it. Here comes the Stuka. Too late, though. That MSP has already been moved. Managing to get a kill, but yeah, the MSP has already been saved and moved. So I feel like that if that 222, speaking of the 222, there's Tenpin and Gizmo. Time on board, 7 minutes. They've got a big infantry wave coming in. They can do this. They can take this this cap here. Fob has been destroyed. So a fob at some point has been destroyed. It looks like it was the fob with the eye marker to the west has been taken out. Gizmo, unfortunately, and Tempin driving by a rally there. Very unfortunate for them. Gonna drive by another rally as well. So unfortunate for them. Maybe not hearing the radio over the engine sound. Cake. We've got 2 cakes. Cake and cake. Both dead. Gizmo and it's Gizmo, Tempin, and Jackal here. That MSP is right there. Are they going to spot the MSP? It's right in front of them. Oh, they're turning away again. Turning away just at the wrong time. The MSP is so close. Now they're under pressure. They're going to have to be careful. They're so close to seeing that MSP. That MSP would be a huge kill right now because you can see Rusty 40 have done a good job pressing into the border of the town. They've pushed back a lot of the defenders here. They're making good gains if they just saw that MSP. The Internoto has just been taken out as he was trying to drive the MSP. Is that going to be reported to Tempin and Jackal? The MSP is immobile. It's in an easy to spot position here. Jackal, they must see it. You can see Physics is actually running towards it as well. He's a pioneer, so he's going to be able to blow it up anyway. HE goes out, so that's going to be 10 tickets. 10 tickets at this point in the game is going to be huge. As you can see, 107 tickets. That's going to drop to 106 now. Sorry, it's going to drop to 96 at any second. Or not. I guess not. I guess MSPs aren't worth 10 tickets anymore. My bad. It went down by 4 tickets. Niz over here with the AT gun again, sniped one shot on Tempin and Gizmo. Is he going to be able to get the follow-up shot? Narrowly missing. Tempin and Gizmo just getting away in time. Tempin and Gizmo retreating as fast as they can, doing a little bit of drive-by now through the town. And Rusty 40 have done a good job getting onto the cap here. Look at Rusty 40. They've actually got supremacy on the cap. Tempin and Gizmo at this point, and Jackal, they're just doing a drive-by the best they can. Trying to support the infantry. Even JT's on the cap now with the commander bonus, trying to speed up the cap process. Less than 5 minutes is now or never. And Rusty 40 is looking very strong on the cap here. KGK have been caught sleeping a little bit. A lot of KGK infantry is caught up in the east. Can Rusty 40 weather the storm? You can see the tank here, Panhard rushing in, Niz rushing in with his truck. The point has been neutralized. KGK is throwing everything they can to save this in the last few minutes. Will Rusty 40 weather it here? Can Rusty 40 hold out? Can Rusty 40 hold out? Or will KGK manage to get this back? Oh, 222 right in front of the Panhard. 222 driving forward towards the Panhard. This is going to be the death of the 222 right here, unless he can kill the crew. Can he kill the crew of the Panhard? He's doing his best. Gizmo goes down. I think this is going to be the end of the 222. Jackal is one man now. He's driving the best he can. He's on his own, and the Panhard is driving into the cap. The cap is neutral. Look at KGK here. They threw everybody they had in the east to stop the neutralizing of cap. Artillery coming down. This is actually well-placed artillery from JT. He could get a bunch of kills here. All he needs is that one big shot. No kills yet. He got a friendly kill. He doesn't want that. 2 kills there. 4 kills. 4 kills there. This is so close. Less than 4 minutes. And they got it. They got the cap just like that. They've got the cap. We're back up to 18.5 minutes now. Tickets almost identical. Rusty 40 have done it in the last minutes of the game here. And KGK needs to scramble to defend the last cap. This is coming down to the final throw of the dice. I think this game is going to end with tickets. If Rusty 40 can get a bunch of infantry kills here as KGK retreat, that might even it up a little bit. This game is so close now. I think it's going to come down to tickets. KGK have almost a 20 ticket lead. It's coming down to the last minutes of the game. Last minutes, the last tickets of the game. Such a close game here between these two teams. KGK finished top of Group A. Rusty 40, after a rough start, finished second of Group B. They are playing for their chance to get into the semi-finals. Obviously, this is only the first game. We still got the second game to play next week where KGK go on the attack. But Rusty 40 have done an incredible job here. A bunch of kills. And look at the ticket lead starting to close up as KGK need to retreat. As all their infantry retreat, they're getting shot by Rusty 40 who have a great domination in the town here. A tank is already on the field here. We can see Gizmo, Tempin, and Jackal already with a tank. It is a P-38, I believe. Yeah, a P-38. It fired at Culane as they was retreating. And there's an MSP. Oh, do they spot the MSP? There's an MSP to the left. It's so close. Again, it's just been by the narrowest of margins. Rusty's 40's tank crew has missed some valuable kills by the simple narrowest of margins. That MSP was driving straight towards them. And that would have been a huge kill. Look at the tickets. 59 to 54 now. It is so close. If JT has another artillery barrage or a commander asset of any kind, strafes, commanding Stukers, anything, I would throw them at this point on this cap. Kill them as they spawn. Bleed them as much as possible. Gizmo, Tempin are pushing forward that P-38. Tickets 53 to 51. It is coming down to the final tickets, to the final minutes. Time on board 16 minutes. The game isn't going to last 16 minutes. One team is going to lose on tickets here. Mortars from Rusty 40 are still firing. It is such a close game. If that P-38 stays mobile, gets a bunch of kills, that might seal Rusty 40 a victory here. If he can keep pushing forward. There's Niz with his AT truck. The AT truck from Niz is trying to deal with this P-38. Again, the P-38 is driving straight towards Niz. Niz, that AT truck is very quiet, so it's very hard to hear that AT truck. You see Niz trying to flank around the P-38, getting a little bit stuck there. The P-38 driving straight forward. It's being chased by It's Grim. It's Grim's already got 2 tanks to his name. 2 tank kills to his name, and he's catching up with the P-38. The P-38 has come through a very rough terrain here. Look at the bumps. It's Grim is actually catching up. The P-38 needs to get out of this field. It's got no infantry support. It's being chased by very hungry AT. You can see the gunner for the P-38 is actually turning to 6 o'clock. Waffles got out. Commander kills It's Grim. He's temporarily saved the P-38. P-38 trying to flank around the cap here, trying to take out any MSPs or trucks it's finding, trying to get anyone who spawns. You can see Rusty 40 already have infantry pushing into this cap. Rusty 40 need to be a little bit cautious here. They don't want to throw the victory away at this stage. They probably know KGK is low on tickets as well. Again, look how close the P-38 is. The tank crew is so close to getting some valuable kills here. There's a rally so close to its side. Also a bunch of infantry firing a little bit of machine gun through the bushes. It could kill Yellow, Sweet Kisses, and Bro Neeson here if it just shoots a little bit closer. And that is a bunch of defenders dead. It took the rally out. Gizmo Tempin taking the rally. That is a good kill on that rally. But the tank crews are returning. You can see Cullen pushing back. 44 tickets have been said by Alex. Hopefully he didn't say that in all chat. If Alex said 44 tickets in all chat, that is going to be rough information to give away there. Tempin and Gizmo retreating a little bit. They maybe heard the tank from Cullen. I can't remember the rest of the 91st tank crew. The P-38 turning. We might have a tank battle going on here. What tank do they have? Is that a Matilda? I think that's a second Matilda. They saved a heavy until last. They saved a heavy until last. Ollie, Cullen are bringing out the big boy. The P-38 is not going to win this fight. He picked a wrong fight here. He probably thought it was still a Panhard. He probably thought it was a Panhard. He's having to retreat, and that's going to be horrible ticket loss. You can see also It's Grim chasing. Machine from Gizmo trying to kill It's Grim. It got It's Grim. Berlin is also trying to flank behind the P-38. Mine placed. The mine did go off. The P-38 goes down, and that's a big ticket loss at a costly time in the game there. A horrible time to lose those tickets. Rusty 40 have pushed in onto the western side of the cap. This game is going down to the absolute wire. The problem is now the Matilda. How do they deal with this Matilda late on? This is where Rusty 40 need to use an artillery strike or a Stuka, something big to take out that Matilda. That Matilda is worth 10 tickets. If they can take out that Matilda, that's going to be so even. You can see 39 to 31 tickets. Such an even game. One of the tank crews have actually been killed. Ollie was taken out. Cullen and Dylan are the only ones alive now in that tank. You can see Meat Shield and Noble 6 flanking the tank here. Not quite sure what the tank is shooting at. He's shooting to the south. He thinks something's in the south. Nothing's actually over there. They keep posting. Both teams have put both teams have mentioned tickets in all chat now. KGK put in old chat, don't give up, wait for medics. So Rusty40 know they're low on tickets as well. Rusty40 is saying they have 200 tickets left. They need to learn some discipline with old chat. 2 crewmen have been killed from this Matilda, so Dalen is either going to have to retreat that Matilda to pick up crew, or he's going to get killed. And look at this, Rusty40 have actually broken in on cap. Rusty40 with 25 tickets left, 11 minutes. I've actually got infantry supremacy on cap. They're going to be neutralized in the cap. Will the game last that long, though? We can hear a plane coming in. It's a strafe. That would have been a German strafe from JT. No kills from it. Not effective at all. You can see KGK with infantry infiltrating from the west here, trying to take out these rallies. Rusty40 have men on cap. They have supremacy on cap. They are neutralizing, but they're going to lose all their rallies, which is going to put a lot of pressure on them. Mr. Blonde, the first one to push in. Mr. Blonde walks into a firing squad there from its lows, and Rusty holding the doorway, taking them both out. 17 tickets for Rusty40, 31 for KGK. KGK, if they hold this momentum, they are going to win the game. The cap has been neutralized. Rusty40 is taking the cap, and KGK are losing infantry because they don't want to respawn. They know they're low, and Rusty40 might be playing my games here a little bit. KGK are like, wait, they're still taking the cap? They're still pressing? How? They must be low on tickets as well. So Rusty40 is going to take this cap, playing a little bit of mind games here. Because KGK, every death with KGK, they've been told not to give up. They have to wait for medics at this point. So this is turning down to a search and destroy match now between infantry. It's an absolute search and destroy game now between all the infantry left on the field. Cap is neutralized still. Rusty40 still have supremacy. The Matilda is rolling in on cap. Very brave to use a Matilda at this stage of the game. If JT called artillery now on cap, or a Stuka, that Matilda, I believe, is 10 tickets. And there's the artillery. Just 2 rounds of artillery? Okay, just 2 rounds. 23 tickets to 12. All it takes is one brave pioneer or one logistics to rush this Matilda. One brave pioneer. They are telling Cullen in the tank to shell the north. He's been ordered just to fire at everything at this point. It's Grims goes down. Mr. Blonde is going to throw a very good grenade in there. And the cap's been taken. 10 tickets left, and Rusty40 have taken the 4th cap. There's only 1 cap left. 20 to 10 tickets now. 20 to 10 tickets. This is turning into a search and destroy game. It is so close, ladies and gentlemen. What a close game we've had. This is what we want to see, man. Dylan has managed to get into the Matilda. So the Matilda is almost fully crewed. Again, 9 tickets left for Rusty40. KGK have a lot of downed infantry. KGK have a lot of downed infantry, but so does Rusty40. Rusty40 have a lot of downed infantry, so it's going to be a race of survival. Can medics get up the downed individuals in time, or will they bleed out? 19 to 9 tickets. This is turning into the last tickets now. It's a search and destroy game. If JT calls out a successful artillery barrage, that might seal the game. And likewise for KGK. Oh, the Matilda getting a bunch of kills there. The Matilda firing straight down the road. All this infantry from Rusty40 needs to get out of sight. They need to hide in bushes. You've got 23 minutes left. 23 minutes left. Just hide in bushes. Hide in buildings. Don't push the next cap. Just wait. Wait for the artillery. Wait for your mortars. 16 to 4 tickets. It's so close. Just hide. Hide and wait. Do not give up. 15 to 3 now. A bunch of Rusty40 infantry went down on the inside here. Uncle Iron, if he can get a few revives out, that's going to be great. They're going to bring about 14 tickets. You can hear the mortars from Rusty40. Look at the mortars from Rusty40 raining down onto the next camp. 12 to 3 tickets. Are we going to see artillery called in from JT? 7 to 3 tickets. Anything can happen at this point. Anything can happen. 7 to 2. 7 to 2 tickets now. It is so close. And there's an automatic one. Gizmo and JT, 6-1. Gizmo and Tenpin, 5-1. 5-1. Niz is dead. Niz can't take it out. Gizmo and Jackal doing a great job. They're getting a bunch of kills. 5-1 tickets. Just hide. Hide. 4-1. And the French win. With 4 tickets left. And you can hear the excitement, man. You can hear the excitement. What a close game, man. Did anyone expect that? What a close game. I'm going to mute those guys now. If you just watch this on YouTube, my God, did you expect that ending? YouTube, as always, remember to like, remember to subscribe, and drop by the Twitch to see these games live. And be sure to check out the YouTube channel where all the videos are posted. Until next time, YouTube, take care. Have a great day.